What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video, and today in this video this is gonna be a full review of this LG 32GK650F gaming monitor over here. And yes, I have already done an unboxing and a lot of impressions kind of video. You can watch that from the card right there, and I have showed almost every detail about the first impressions of the monitor over here. And of course I did unbox it on the same video, so you can watch that again on the card right there. But today this is gonna be a complete kind of review. So right now I have used this monitor for almost 3 months now. So if you're getting this monitor, make sure that you have a big or thick desk over here. Mine is quite long, but still the monitor simply feels a lot bigger on my desk. But yes, this is a really great monitor. If you want a really big one, this is the one of the perfect experience that you are gonna get. 32-inch 1440p 144Hz is the specs again, and VA panel this is, and 99% sRGB as far as I know. I did not measure it, but I found it from the LG's website and stuff. Now let me talk about a few points that I have noticed over here while I have been using this monitor. After getting the monitor, I did game on it for 2 to 3 weeks, and I would say gaming experience has been really great, and I did not have any issues so far over here. But there I did notice a couple of problems. Yes, in this monitor there is FreeSync, so that also works with G-Sync and stuff. But if you enable the FreeSync over here, that can go a little bit weird if you are someone who plays a lot of old games like Arma 3 and stuff. So with G-Sync, that's a problem. If you have G-Sync turned on for full screen window stuff over here, of course, and if you are playing any games back from 2013 and stuff, those games did not really support G-Sync back then, I guess. So right now, if you are running those games in the full screen mode, it will look a little weird, there is some kind of borders and stuff in the textures. I can't explain it, but yeah, it was a little bit weird experience that I did not like. So after I turned off G-Sync, that was totally fine. So yeah, if you're running G-Sync, most old games won't work on the full screen mode. So if you're someone who is running the newer games, there is the full screen windowed mode. So even if you have G-Sync turned on, you can play the game in the full screen windowed mode, and that will be a lot better. So gaming is not an issue either. If you're running some latest games like Valorant, Warzone, etc., you can play anything. If your GPU can handle it in 2K resolution with 144Hz or 144 FPS, if your GPU can push, that would look pretty good on this monitor. But before getting this monitor, again, make sure you have a good GPU. Otherwise this will be a little bit of too much that you need to upgrade your GPU later on down the line. Even my GPU is a 1070, but I would say for gaming it's not 1440p gaming card, if you ask me, frankly. I moved from 1080p gaming to this 1440p 144Hz experience, and my FPS has dropped quite a lot on all the games. Make sure you have a really good GPU to push the frames in 1440p resolution. Get ready to turn down the quality settings if you have to, because with ultra quality and stuff, that will go real low. Let's assume if you play some game in ultra settings in 1080p, that you get 100 FPS. So over here, if you switch to 1440p, that will definitely go to 60 FPS in the ultra thing. So yeah, from 100 to 60, be prepared for those kind of things. FPS drop is something that you're gonna notice if you're gaming in 1440p. But even in 1080p, if you switch the resolution, yes, you can, but there is all those blurriness and stuff if you switch from 1440p to 1080p back over here. So yeah, be prepared for that. But I have to say that games like Warzone and stuff has some downscaling feature where you just can load 75% of your texture. You can put the resolution on 1440p, then you can turn down the textures a little bit, render quality or something. You can decrease that to 75% or something, and that will be a lot better for your gaming experience. If you turn down the render resolutions on each games, that will help your gaming a lot, because you will simply get a lot better FPS than 100% on 1440p rendered resolution. So that was about gaming. But afterwards, when I started doing some work, and of course in the meantime I have been editing and stuff on this monitor, of course, so that was not an issue. The colors are really great, but here I have to mention one thing. I would say the colors on this particular monitor does look really awesome. If you look even closely or from far, the colors are really great. No issues so far that I have had with the colors. But I feel the colors are a tad bit more saturated. I can't get it a little bit less saturated over here, so that's what I have been facing. But yeah, that I have to mention that the colors a little bit oversaturated. If I divide it into percentage, I would say like too much saturation. If that you count like 100%, I would say this monitor is like 1% more saturated than other monitors in my opinion. Like I have IPS panel back over here, and this is the VA panel monitor, and like the LG third range is the VA panel monitor over here. I feel the colors over here are great. Like, don't get me wrong, they are not bad at all, but yes, they are a little bit more saturated over here. Now let's talk about the dead pixels. Yes, I did try to hunt dead pixels over here. I would say at first I have found 2 dead pixels like in the first month, but right now I can't find the other one. Like the second one that I found over there, I can only find the like one particular dead pixel that is over here. Let me show you where it is, and as you can see from here, this is where the dead pixel lies. And yeah, there is one dead pixel that I found, but when you have this much pixels, there is only one dead pixel does not make this monitor a deal breaker or something. But definitely if you have like 10 to 15 dead pixels, definitely make sure you place a return or refund for your monitor. But on this like unit over here, I have found only 2. That too, like I can't find the other one right now. I can only find the like particular one which is present up here. The other one was up here somewhere, but I can't simply find it right now. I think it's gone because I tried to look for it really closely. Now let's talk about overclocking. The DisplayPort over here is a DisplayPort 1.2 or something, I guess. I can't remember correctly, but maybe it's DisplayPort 1.2, which only supports up to like 1440p and 144 Hz. Like it does not support more than that, but even then I could overclock it a little bit, like up to 150 Hz, I guess, or 155 Hz as far as it's written over here, because I write some stuff over here. So yeah, like 150, 155 Hz you can overclock it, but then the like frames becomes a little bit blurry over here. So I would not recommend you guys to overclock this monitor, and I would say just run like the normal resolution, which is 2560 by 1440, and then the 144 Hz, and just go and like set up your G-Sync or FreeSync. If you have an AMD card, just set up your FreeSync, or if you have an NVIDIA card, that should most probably support G-Sync on this if you connect DisplayPort, of course. If you don't connect it with the DisplayPort and stuff, I would say you won't get the 1440p 144 Hz. So if you're connecting this monitor with your laptop with the HDMI cable and stuff, I would say you can only get up to like 1440p 120 Hz, I guess. So yeah, make sure you have a GPU which can like actually output with the 144 Hz and the 1440p resolution. Now, on the previous video which I made on this monitor, I did receive some comments. Like Rohan RX said that, "Hi there, wanted to ask you if you tried the NVIDIA Pendulum test." Well, let me try it right now, and I would say yes, I did look at it over here, but I could not simply notice any flickers or something. So he mentioned that if there is any like flickers in the lower FPS range, but let me tell you, I could not simply see any flickers over here. And as you can see from this video, like with my eyes, actually I did not really notice any kind of flickers over here, but in the camera it might look like a flicker. But yeah, I would say I did not notice any kind of flickers over here. Now one more comment from the late AF Gaming. He says, "Good review. I really wish you had tested the black level smearing ghosting when you were on the TestUfo website and stuff. There is a specific ghosting test." So let me actually show you some tests over here that I did. First up, there is the ghosting test. Then there is the black level kind of test, black level bloodiness or something. This bottom part over here of this monitor gets quite a lot hot when you're running like 144 Hz all the time, because like simply you're running this monitor with G-Sync 144 Hz. You're not gonna turn down the refresh rate at 60 Hz somehow, but yeah, with 144 Hz turned on all the time, the monitor's bottom part gets a little hot in my opinion. Like if you touch this bottom part, you will feel the heat over here. So here in the settings, let me show you in the game adjust mode, I have this 1ms motion blur off, because if you turn it on, it will go a lot dimmer. I mean the display will go a lot dimmer. The FreeSync is extended over here, and the black stabilizer is up at 50, and response time is normal over here. And crosshair you can actually change, and game reset is there, that is like it will reset this game adjust stuff. And over here in the pictures we have the brightness at 73 and then the contrast as like 60 over here, but the brightness I actually use at like 60 or something, like otherwise it will go a lot brighter. Like right now the display is a lot brighter because I have a lot of lights turned on in this room. But yeah, let me tell you, the brightness is just a lot, and this monitor's brightness is at like 350 nits or something at the peak over here, and the sharpness is at 50. Then the gamma mode is like set on mode 2 I guess, and the color temperature is custom over here. Let me show you. In the custom we have this kind of RGB colors. The red is set to 48, the green is 52, and the blue is 54, and the DFC is turned off. I don't know what's that. And we have this picture reset that will just reset that like monitor settings. Also, there is a bit of anti-glare coating on top of this monitor. That's why even if you are having a harsh light in your background, it won't be a problematic situation. So yes, the monitor does have non-reflective coating over here. And in my usage, I would say this monitor is not bad at all. Like for the money of like 24,000 rupees, I got it for about 23,500. So yeah, for that price I think this is one of the best monitors that you can get, and it covers like every aspect, like 1440p, 144 hertz, 32 inch, and you can do a lot of stuff. Like with the stand you can just put the monitor upwards, then you can like totally rotate the monitor to in a portrait kind of mode. So you can do a lot of stuff with this monitor, and you can also like do some pivot stuff over here. So if you want to see all those stuff, you can check out the video from the card right there if you have not yet. So yeah, this monitor is a really great value for money, I would say. For this price it offers a lot of stuff, and for gaming it's good. Like it's not as good as any TN panel out there, but yes, with the VA panel I would say it is a lot better than my IPS panel's response time over here, and that is the BenQ GW2480. If you have not seen the review of that, you can check that from the card right there. But again, the only issue with this monitor, I would say in my personal opinion, that make sure you have a big disk, otherwise this will feel a lot more on your face when you are sitting on your PC or on your computer. So this is a lot big monitor than you actually think. Like 32 inch, if you're standing even like a hand further, that is quite a lot big. But yeah, I like the resolution, I like the like fast response time over here, I like the colors on this monitor. I just love editing on this monitor. Covers all the like boxes in my opinion. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and share this video with your friends if you feel like. This is Tito from KD Index signing off for today. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.